Get ready to thrive loud with Lou Diamond.
Hey Thrive Loud listeners, it's Kelsey, an intern here at Thrive Loud. Today, I have a short mini-sode for you featuring a segment from Lou's interview with Dan Waldschmidt. In the segment, Dan tells a story about how he helped a company become more successful by encouraging them to step outside of their comfort zone. I hope you all enjoy it as much as I did.
Sitting down with companies and helping them from a business perspective, and that's a lot of what I can speak to. Of course, that's what I do day in and day out. First is showing them that you don't need to play it safe. That in fact, if we can make a really impassioned but logical debate about the subject, that you actually do yourself an extreme disservice by playing it safe. And that if you look at what's the worst that could happen, the worst that could happen is playing it safe. And so right. You have to very carefully make that discussion. I mean, for example, I sat in the boardroom of a company that does $40 billion, 40 with a big B after, not an M, a B. And this company, $40 billion worth of revenue, we realized that the average senior executive in that room, the 35 senior leaders in that room, by the way, total compensation in that room was over $100 million a year. Very good company, very wealthy company, but a company whose senior leaders were spending an average of 7.5 hours a day in meetings. And I said, so we don't need to do meetings anymore. And of course, that gets you the raised eyebrow and the crooked look and like, who actually paid this moron to be in the room? But my reasoning was, we're in the business of doing awesome things, but we're not behaving awesomely. So why don't we start doing things that are awesome? And to start doing things that are awesome, we have to stop doing things that aren't awesome. So let's abandon all meetings. Now, what actually came out of that meeting, that strategy session, 4 hours of close the door, lock everybody in, fist fight it until we figure out a way forward. What came out of that meeting was, we will have meetings, but no meeting can be longer than 15 minutes. And so for people who had spent 7 hours in meetings, are now spending 2 hours in meetings, and they had the rest of their day to go do something awesome. I'm sitting in a room with a general counsel who makes a lot of money and is there to shoot holes in anything that smells like BS, who got up in disgust and walked out of the room that these senior leaders were even considering something as crazy as what I was suggesting they do. Literally got up and walked out. That'll put you on edge, right? That'll put you on edge. Fast forward a year, that company added $15 billion to their top line.
Amazing. And by the way, hopefully they fired the general counsel. I'm actually curious. And this is great. And by the way, I'm a big fan. Actually, one of the things that I'm a proponent of is no meeting should be more than 20 minutes, and 15 sounds even better. We actually 15 minutes of real content, and then use the other 5 minutes to figure out the stuff that needs to really get done. What I love about the way you're breaking the mold with this is it's that initial knee-jerk reaction when people are getting too comfortable. And what you've shown them in only a year's worth of turnaround time and being more efficient and stepping out of that box and being a little bit different than what they've been doing, just a little bit. Look at the changes that can happen from just doing something different that way. And that's just amazing.
You've been listening to Thrive Loud with your host, Lou Diamond. Make sure to subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Thrive Loud, or find us on the web at thrivepartners.net.